Welcome for our present discussion for class 12 accountancy. After a long journey in the chapter accounting ratio, now I am before you to explain or discuss regarding the last type of ratio. But there is no any last actual meaning, because in as per your syllabus it is the last, but there may be different others type of ratio also in the higher education. Profitability ratio I was starting, and the fifth type of ratio under the profitability ratio will be discussed right now, that is return on investment. This is my 22 number episode for the chapter accounting ratio. Now I will discuss return on investment. Return on investment. Formula is profit before interest and tax by capital employed into 100. Profit before interest and tax. Whenever we have done or discussed the ratio regarding the interest coverage ratio, there we have discussed about the profit before interest, tax and preference share dividend. Whatever profit is earned by the company, out of that the company has to pay to four wings. First, the company has to pay to the debenture holders or the lenders from where the company has taken the loan. So the company has to pay the first interest from the profit. Whenever the profit is earned through the PL account or the statement of profit and loss as per the company's rule, that profit is called the profit before interest and tax. From that profit, when interest is paid, so after payment of interest, whatever the rest profit, that is called the profit before tax. After that, the company has to pay tax to the government. So after payment of tax, whatever profit is raised, that profit is called profit after tax. After that, the company has to pay the dividend to the preference shareholders at a fixed rate. And after payment of dividend to the preference shareholders, the company's rest profit is called profit after interest, tax and preference share dividend. So whatever rest profit will be there, that profit is distributed among the equity shareholders. But rate of dividend is not fixed for the equity shareholders. That may be high, that may be low. Sometimes the company board of directors cannot allow the dividend to the equity shareholders if not much profit is there, because equity shareholders are the real owners of the company. So one system of distribution of profit of the company you should know: company's profit before interest, tax and preference share dividend. suppose 1 lakh, company has to pay first the interest to the debenture holders. Suppose interest on the debenture holders is amount 10,000. Suppose 1 lakh डिवेंचर लोन और 10% इंटरेस्ट का रेट था. ये 1 lakh is not this profit 1 lakh. Suppose this profit is 2 lakh. Okay, this 1 lakh is the डिवेंचर अमाउंट और 10% इंटरेस्ट का रेट था. तो इसका कैलकुलेट करके आया 10,000. सो माइनस करके आया 1,90,000. दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स, क्योंकि अभी टैक्स नहीं दिया गया. इससे टैक्स लेस कर किया जाता है. सपोज गवर्नमेंट को टैक्स देना है 30%, तो 1,90,000 के ऊपर 30% कैलकुलेट होता है. $57,000 is the tax paid to the government. So rest part of the profit 6 3 1 1,33,000. This is called profit after tax. After that, company has to pay the dividend to preference shareholders at a fixed rate. Suppose 2 lakhs of rupees preference share capital was of the company, and 10% is the dividend rate. So 20,000 will be the dividend. 2 lakhs into 10%. So rest profit is 1,13,000. This is called profit after interest, tax and preference share dividend. Now question is, why I am making all these things for this ratio? You cannot remember if you don't know this background knowledge. You don't have, as because in question you will see that the profit after tax is given in the question. Then you have to make the addition of tax with the profit after tax. Then you can come to the profit before tax. Then interest will be added. Then you can get profit before interest and tax amount. Then you can put in the formula. So for formula we need प्रॉफिट बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स. अगर मुझे प्रॉफिट बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स दे दिया क्वेश्चन में, तब तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, वही अमाउंट आ जाएगा यहाँ पर. लेकिन मुझे अगर प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स दे दिया, तो समझ लेना है कि जरूर इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट हो चुका है. तो इंटरेस्ट का कैलकुलेट करके वो प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स के साथ इंटरेस्ट को ऐड कर लेना है, तब हमको मिलेगा प्रॉफिट बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स अमाउंट. अगर प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स दिया है क्वेश्चन में, तो हमको समझ लेना है कि इंटरेस्ट तो पेमेंट हुआ ही है, टैक्स भी पेमेंट हो चुका है अभी, तब हमको क्वेश्चन में दिया प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स. तो सबसे पहले मुझे टैक्स को ऐड करना पड़ेगा उस अमाउंट के साथ, तब जाके इंटरेस्ट को भी ऐड करना पड़ेगा, तब जाके मुझे मिलेगा प्रॉफिट बिफोर इंटरेस्ट एंड टैक्स अमाउंट, और वो प्रॉफिट अमाउंट तब मुझे फॉर्मूला में लगेगा. सो दैट्स व्हाई दिस बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज यू नीड फॉर दिस. एंड दिस नॉलेज आई हैव डिस्कस्ड आई थिंक इन द एपिसोड ऑफ calculation for the interest coverage ratio, because there was also the formula of interest coverage ratio was net profit before interest, tax and preference share dividend by fixed interest charges. So same formula of profit is needed here also. And नीचे जो है देखो capital employed, this is also new thing is coming before us. Capital employed के अंदर क्या क्या आएगा? Capital employed means shareholders fund plus non-current liability minus fictitious asset. Listen to me properly. Shareholders fund, that means share capital and reserve and surplus. So equity share capital, preference share capital, reserve and surplus, general reserve fund, profit and loss account, credit balance, securities premium. अगर प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस डेबिट बैलेंस दिया है तो ये माइनस हो जाएगा. फिर नॉन करेंट लायबिलिटी, दैट इज लॉन्ग टर्म बोरोइंग्स एंड लॉन्ग टर्म प्रोविजन, दैट इज द डिवेंचर, मॉर्गेज लोन, बैंक लोन. All these will be added to calculate the capital employed. Why? Because capital employed means that the total amount whatever is involved for the long time in the business. Capital is employed in the business. But one thing keep in mind, if there is any fictitious asset in the question, that amount will be minus from this, because suppose discount on issue of share, it is the fictitious asset. एक शेयर का वैल्यू है 100 रुपीज, 10% डिस्काउंट में इशू किया कंपनी. सो कंपनी के पास आया कितना, 90 रुपीज. 100 के ऊपर 10% होता है 10 रुपया. दैट मीन्स कंपनी एक शेयर इशू करके 90 रुपीज कंपनी में आया, लेकिन शेयर कैपिटल में 100 शो होता है लायबिलिटी साइड में, और 10 रुपीज 90 रुपीज शो होता है कैश एट बैंक एसेट्स में, और 10 रुपीज शो होता है फिक्टिशियस एसेट्स में. इसका मतलब है कंपनी शो कर रहा है शेयर कैपिटल में 100. इसका मतलब शेयर होल्डर्स फंड में जब शेयर कैपिटल शो करेंगे 100 के रिस्पेक्ट में शो कर रहे हैं, बट कंपनी में बैंक में पैसा तो नहीं आया 100, वो तो 90 के रिस्पेक्ट में आया. तो फिर बिजनेस में कैपिटल के तौर पे जो एम्प्लॉयड किया गया वो तो 100 के तौर पे एम्प्लॉयड नहीं हुआ, जो फंड में पैसा है वही एम्प्लॉयड हुआ है. इसका मतलब 90 के रिस्पेक्ट में एम्प्लॉयड हुआ. लेकिन हम फॉर्मूला में शेयर होल्डर्स फंड को ले रहे हैं, दैट मीन्स शेयर कैपिटल 100 के रिस्पेक्ट में लिया, तो जरूर फिक्टिशियस एसेट जो 10 रुपीज जो नहीं मिला कंपनी को, वो माइनस करना पड़ेगा डिस्काउंट ऑन इश्यू ऑफ शेयर. तो फिक्टिशियस एसेट्स में क्या क्या आइटम आता है वो भी जान के रखना जरूरी है, क्योंकि क्वेश्चन में देगा तो आपको जानना पड़ेगा कौन सा आइटम क्या है. प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेंसेस, डिस्काउंट ऑन इश्यू ऑफ शेयर, डिस्काउंट ऑन इश्यू ऑफ डिवेंचर, अंडरराइटिंग कमीशन, ऑल दीज आर द फिक्टिशियस एसेट्स. एडवर्टाइजमेंट सस्पेंस अकाउंट या एडवर्टाइजमेंट एक्सपेंडिचर या डिफर्ड रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, ऑल दीज आर द fictitious assets. So out of all these fictitious assets, if any one or two items will be given in the question, then we have to make it subtraction from the shareholders fund and the non-current liabilities. Keep in mind to calculate the capital employed. Then we can move for this formula. Suppose profit before interest and tax is 10 lakhs. And capital employed is 20 lakhs. Into 100. So 10 lakhs to 250. That is 50% will be the value of return on investment. इसका मतलब क्या है, कंपनी जितना इन्वेस्ट किया उसका रिटर्न कितना आ रहे, 50% रिटर्न आ रहे. मतलब इन्वेस्ट कर रहा है जितना, एम्प्लॉयड कर रहा है जितना, उसका 50% रिटर्न आ रहा है. इससे हम लोग कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं, और इससे कंपनी का रिटर्न का पोजीशन क्या है उसका अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं. रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट का और एक नाम है रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड बोल सकते हैं इसको रिटर्न ऑन यील्ड बोल सकते हैं, YIELD. सो टुडे आई एम फिनिशिंग द accounting ratio chapter. the long journey I have made with this with my students, and the 22nd episode is the last episode for the discussion of the accounting ratio chapter. Again, I am reminding you just by gist. First, liquidity ratio, current ratio and liquid ratio we have done. After that, solvency ratio. Under that, 4 types of ratios: debt equity ratio, total assets to debt ratio, proprietary ratio and interest coverage ratio. After that, activity ratio, performance ratio or turnover ratio we have done. Under that also the 4 types of ratios we have done: inventory turnover ratio, trade receivables turnover ratio, trade payables turnover ratio, working capital turnover ratio. After that, profitability ratio, under which 5 types of sums we have done. First one, gross profit ratio; second one, operating ratio; third one, net profit ratio; fourth one, operating profit ratio; and the last but not least, that is also the target of every company, to get the information regarding the return on investment. So return on investment. So the long discussion was made, vast discussion was made, and in different YouTube channels and different episodes I have discussed for this. So please, this chapter is very crucial and very intelligent chapter for this, and try to understand. Thank you very much.